All right. Tom Lee says the market's oversold. Tom Lee says fiscal stimulus is on the way. All hope is not lost. Does that mean, are you a buyer of stocks today?
Well, Tom Lee was batting 1,000 last year, so we'll see if he can do the same time this year. I mean, I do think the markets are oversold, right? You can look at the statistics and see that on the 50-day moving average, we're at a 3 standard deviation event since 1990. That's happened 3 times before. So definitely markets are oversold. But I go back to what I've been saying all along, is this is a health crisis. And that, unlike other crises that we've had, whether it was 2018 with the Fed pivot, is that this cannot be solved with monetary policy. It will help if the coronavirus outbreak with fiscal policy. But right now, the next 2 weeks, we really need to see and really hope that we're not going to go the course of Italy and more go the course of where the U.S. right now, and we have to contain it. So, I mean, I think it's still in flux of where we go, and I don't see how you can even remotely put earnings estimates when we just don't know what the health impact will be, because we're right in the eye of the storm.
Aren't those all good points, Michael Farr? Do you agree with them or disagree?
They're all good points. I tend to agree more with Mohammed Al-Arian, as we heard him on Squawk Box this morning. Made some very good points. You know, we're getting an evolution of information, and that information is causing the markets to reprice. When you get to a deep oversold position, technically, you can get a good bounce. I mean, you get a 900-point bounce this morning. Will it last? Probably not, as we seem to be still applying the brakes societally as our reaction to coronavirus, and that reaction is going to cause the economic data to slow, consumers to spend less, all of that sort of stuff. So it's kind of a hold all tickets thing, but follow your investment discipline, right? If it's part of your investment discipline that something's down 20% and it's an attractive price according to your rules, you buy it. I think Buffett would buy it. I think that's what investors have to do.
You still should do that now? I mean, a lot of these things are down 20, if not 30%.
And so you do. If that's your discipline and you have cash, you know, over time, and you've got a longer-term outlook, if you add or start to initiate a position, and we have done this, down 20 or 30% in names that you like with good balance sheets, good earnings, free cash flow, you can go through a dip, but a company with a really good balance sheet and a lot of cash can survive a lot of this and can come out stronger on the other side.
Bryn, put me on the street corner in Houston a day after we saw this dramatic fall in oil. What's the mood like? How dark is it feeling? Well,
I mean, like I said yesterday, the energy business down in Houston, Fort Worth, Dallas, it's Main Street. It's not Wall Street. So, we're a very diverse state. Texas is 9% of U.S. GDP. We have excellent employment, and because it's a diverse state. But that being said, it definitely feels different this time. I mean, I do hear a lot of folks say that, energy is a buying opportunity. I loved the exchange between Jim and Steve, because I think, Jim is talking about a rational, looking at the balance sheets of these companies. But I feel that Steve, what he was saying, that energy is uninvestable. I mean, that's what Cramer's been saying for a long time, comparing them to the tobacco companies in early 2000. Because what we haven't seen here before, Scott, is, yes, we've had demand shocks, we've had supply shocks, coupled with OPEC. What we've never seen before is the extreme investor apathy before we even had these issues, right? I mean, you have Larry Fink's letter saying we're going to be, socially responsible. People are not wanting to invest in energy. And, ultimately, money goes where it's been best treated. And energy hasn't treated folks well at all. And I think that, we have a broader question in the U.S., and I think that's what a lot of people in Houston are thinking, and in Texas, is do we want to remain energy independent? We would say, hell yeah, we do.